There are moments in history when the fate of entire units, entire commands, even entire nations shifts, not because of generals or kings, but because of a single voice that refused to bend. These moments rarely appear in official records. They survive instead in whispered retellings, carried by soldiers who saw courage take shape in real time. This story belongs to one such moment. It unfolded on the Northern Front during a season when the air carried the metallic scent of coming conflict. The battalion stationed there was commanded by Captain Rorick Hale, a man known less for his tactical brilliance and more for the oppressive weight of his authority. His word was law, and his temper was something even veterans feared. Into this world arrived Amon Varick, a new recruit from a small border village. Quiet, precise, disciplined. He was the type of soldier who listened more than he spoke and observed more than he revealed. His instructors had noted his unusual clarity under pressure, but in an army where rank overshadowed merit, Amon's talents passed unnoticed. During a routine battlefield inspection, one meant to assess readiness, Captain Hale issued an order that no soldier could mistake for anything but corruption. It demanded falsification of supply records, a punishment for a rival officer, and the scapegoating of innocent men. Every recruit in formation felt their stomach tighten. Disobeying Hale meant isolation, or worse, but obeying the order would stain their integrity forever. And then, through the wind and clatter of banners, a single word cut through the silence. No. It came from Amon, and the battlefield inspection stopped cold. Hale turned, stunned that a mere recruit would dare defy him. None could have predicted what would happen next. Hale marched toward the recruit, the ground crunching under his boots like distant thunder. The other soldiers froze, breath locked in their chests. The captain's shadow fell across Amon, heavy as iron. "He will obey," Hale hissed, closing the distance. His hand shot out, quick, practiced, meant to seize Amon's collar and drag him forward as he had done to many before. But this time, the collar never met his grip. Amon moved, not with aggression, not with panic, but with a trained, controlled precision that erupted in one sharp, decisive moment. His hand intercepted Hale's wrist with a crack that echoed across the field. The captain's arm twisted, momentum reversed violently, and before anyone could blink, Hale was on one knee, breath punched out of him, staring upward in disbelief. The entire battalion watched in utter silence. A single recruit had dropped their captain with one clean motion, and nothing would ever be the same again. For a heartbeat, the world stood still. Only the wind moved, brushing past armor, carrying the shock across the ranks. Hale's face burned not with pain, but with humiliation. Rage flared in his eyes as he scrambled to rise, but the weight of what had just happened pressed him back down harder than any hand. His authority had shattered in the span of a single second, and every soldier had witnessed it. "Arrest him," Hale barked, voice cracking. But no one moved. Not one officer, not one recruit. The confrontation had been too clean, too undeniable. They had seen Hale strike first. They had seen Amon simply refuse to be abused. Finally, Lieutenant Commander Tholin pushed through the formation. A veteran of 3 campaigns, respected for his fairness, assessed the scene with calm eyes. He helped Hale to his feet, more out of duty than loyalty. "What happened here?" Tholin asked. The captain struggled to explain, but Amon spoke first, not with defiance, but with clarity. "Sir, I refused an order that would harm innocent men. I defended myself when the captain attempted force." Tholin turned to the battalion. "Did anyone witness differently?" Silence. Every soldier stood in solidarity, back straight, eyes forward, and in that silence, Hale understood something devastating. He no longer commanded fear. He had lost the room. Tholin exhaled slowly. Captain Hale returned to quarters. A full inquiry will be opened. Hale stormed away, but his steps lacked the weight they once carried. Afterwards, Fallon approached Amon privately. "You know the risk you took today," he said. "I know the cost of staying silent," Amon replied. Fallon studied him. "Remember this, recruit. Power collapses when it leans on fear alone. What you did today will be spoken of for a long time." The moral of that moment settled on the field like dust from a broken monument. Strength is not in rank, but in the integrity to stand when standing is hardest. Weeks passed. The inquiry concluded swiftly. Hale was removed from command for misconduct, his arrogance finally stripped of the uniform that had once protected it. Rumors circulated that he transferred far from the front. Some said by choice, others whispered it was exile. Few cared enough to confirm which was true. As for Amon, something unusual happened. He was not promoted immediately. He was not celebrated officially. The Army rarely rewarded those who challenged its hierarchy so openly. But among the soldiers, those who lived day by day under the weight of orders, his story grew into something greater. Around campfires, recruits retold the moment when a single no halted corruption. Veterans recounted the exact sound Hale made when he hit the ground. Officers mentioned him in quiet conversations, invoking his name when discussing leadership. His action became a standard, a reminder that even the smallest rank carried the potential to reset the moral compass of an entire unit. Years later, when Amon finally did rise through the ranks, he carried no arrogance, no swagger. Instead, he carried a calm presence that commanded respect more deeply than shouting ever could. And when young soldiers asked how he had found the courage that day, he always gave the same answer. Fear lasts a moment. Honor lasts a lifetime. Those words became the closing line of the unofficial legend of Amon Varric, the recruit who stood up, acted once, and changed everything. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more powerful stories from States History USA.